Ruggles is also the story for the Tropics. Ruggles with 6 goals this season for Florida. Had a goal last night against the Blast as well. 18 goals in the regular season for Ruggles. Florida could feel pretty confident. They own a 4-game winning streak here in Baltimore that goes all the way back to the 2018-2019 season. You have to go back all the way to February 24th of 2018 for the last time the Blast defeated Florida here at the CQ Arena. Juan Pereira scored the game-tying goal in the fourth quarter. Then Pereira had the game-winning goal in overtime that night. But since then, it's been all Tropics. But it's been close games. The Tropics have pulled out some one-goal victories here in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting flip because nobody else wins here in Baltimore with any regularity, as you say, Vanzella with the save. But then the Blast have been able to take 2 wins this year in the 4 meetings so far. The Blast have won 2 games in Lakeland.
First opportunity of the night goes for Pereiras, but the save by Vanzella, as you called, Andrew. Here's Dantas matched up with Santana in the corner. Of course, Vinny Dantas won championships here in Baltimore, now a member of the Tropics. That one caroms in to Vanzella. And Blast will try to break out here.
Well, you're not going to replace a guy like Lucas Roque, right? You don't have other Lucas Roques on your roster. But what the Blast have done really well is work in a young guy like Jack Shearer. You're going to see Max Ferdinand, who's up there at the target forward position right now. You'll see him work in. And so the Blast have options.
I'll tell you what, here's a chance inside. Ferdinand in the box. Couldn't get a foot on that one. Well, I would have been more concerned early in the season because Roque was the offense for the Blast early on. But since they came home midway through the season, they put up those 10-goal, 11-goal performances. Really, it's just been offense all over the place for the Blast, and they've really spread it out.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Lucas has almost shifted into that distributing role. As another save by Vanzella. He's switched into that distribution role, and you see the assist pick up as him and Melo developed a nice little back and forth. As early in the season, Melo was making the assist, and then Lucas started shifting to that role when defenses adjusted.
Thompson goes around 1 defender, can't get around 2. Chance now on the counterattack for Florida. That's kicked away by Diesel. Thompson has it again. Ruggles steps in and plays it back for Hugo Silva.
See Shearer step in to get his first shift of the night.
Last night's game close to the vest, a low-scoring affair. Expect kind of the same thing here tonight. Ball goes through the box. Chance now for the Blast. Thompson. Cut off. Regains possession. There's Obasi coming out of the defensive end. Plays it forward. Ball up ahead. Kicked out. Shot. Donatelli. That's saved. And Silva got just back inside the box there to get a hand on it to make the play.
Real close, but it looked like, I agree with you, Paul, he was inside the box.
That was a heck of a play by Shearer there to create the opportunity for Donatelli. Drop his control. Kyle Williams plays it over for Ruggles. Ruggles, the goal, and also hit the crossbar early on last night. His shot blocked by Donatelli.
I feel like he's played tough against the Blast all the way back. We remember when in Milwaukee Wave uniforms, and I just feel like he always reserves his best games for Baltimore.
There he is again in the far side. Blocked by Donatelli. Scoreless early on here, game 2. Good steal by Pereira as he stepped in. Blast now have to clear. Donatelli finds an alley. Gonzalez with a nice step in. He tries to play off the boards. He's taken down. Blast will win the possession. Ricardinho, some fresh legs on. Pereira now on the far side. Blast will set up shop now. Obasi called for the ball. Diesel steps on. Good ball up ahead. Ferdinand back for Diesel, and that's a nice breakup by Ruggles there. Schindler on the floor steps in, and Jake, the coach of the Rochester Rhinos, MASL 2, joined the Blast late in the season. Played in Utica and played that first playoff game. And Mike Diesel back as well, really to stabilize that back line.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Blast having to play without Jeremy Raley tonight, That would have been a much bigger blow if you don't have those two guys on the field. Kind of interesting to see both of them on the field at the same time, as it's similar.
A drive by Pereira hits the inside of the post. First salvo fired by the Blast.
Man, how did that not go in?
You saw the ricochet straight back out, so he hit right inside that post.
Flush.
Thompson off the boards. Loose in front, Shearer inside, but Silva right there to make the save.
Coach Bascom has to be really happy what he's seen from Jack Shearer so far, right? 2 good chances he's created.
Silva quickly up ahead to the offensive end. Thompson steps in, makes the steal. Good crossfield pass by Shearer. Mello had a good game last night, had that last goal for the Blast that ended up being the game winner. 3 other near misses too for Mello last night. Gonzalez settles, but Florida steals. Ruggles clears it up the boards.
Nice hustle from Moy to get back there after losing possession. So the Blast have to do in this short field, right? You turn over in the end. You can't sit there and wait. You have to get back and play defense.
Oh, steal, shot, that's blocked. Nice job by Donatelli. It'll be a restart for Florida in the Blast end. Blast have won 7 of their last 8 at home. Really, the formula for success has been fast starts. The one game they lost to Utica, they didn't get off to a fast start. Utica got up ahead and eventually won that game 6-4, but otherwise, just jumping on teams early on.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual, especially early in the season. They were playing very close games in the first and then pulling away later. But this recent run, as you said, the 10, 11 goals stretches, Blast just jumped out early.
Tropics now with possession. Lovero on the far side. Nice chip to the box. That's taken away. And thighed back to Vanzella by Mello. Outlet for Ferdinand. Max takes the spot of Roque up front. So they slide Ferdinand from his second forward midfield spot up into that target forward. Obasi kicks it away, but there's a goal.
Looks like it might be a costly one as he's down on the field, clutching his knee, stretched across and reached, and that is not a good look. Right now, I can't see.
There's a replay.
Oliviero.
I think it's a Rico that scored.
Rico,
Rico
okay,
scores
yes, 22.
that goal.
Okay, yeah, There it is. So the head ball bounces back. He follows up his own rebound, and it looked like that plant leg just flexed on him. He hobbled off. We'll keep an eye and see who comes off the bench, but a non-contact, you hate to see that with the flex. Hopefully it's just a hyperextension and stretch, but.
A big goal. Rico only had 3 goals during the regular season, but he scores here for Florida.
Oh, and there's a turnover from Vanzella. Cleans up some mistake.
High off the boards.
Gotta love to see that if you're a Blast fan, right? Ottawa going right to goal and letting one rip.
All right, midway through the first, Florida again with possession, up 1-0. It's always big. I always think at least to get that first goal when you're down in the series, start to get the momentum, start building that momentum.
Oh, you don't want to press, right? You don't want to start feeling that emergency. Okay, it starts to get to the third quarter, it starts to get to the fourth quarter, then you got that press, right? And you start playing outside your system. Now you got the lead, you can play, okay, we're going to play the way we play. Speaking of playing, as Diesel
turns it over, but then makes a nice play. Here's a goal, though. As the ball was loose, Pereira pounces on it, and just like that, it's 2-0.
Mike Diesel with the turnover. Vanzella went early, tried to lay out, thinking the shot was going to come. Instead, he went down low, and then he was unable to get back up and fight through it. And we'll have officials timeout.
Time to go 7:45. Here's the replay. Again, dangerous pass there by Vanzella.
You see, he just fell on that first one, spilled on that first shot, first opportunity, and then the Blast only had one defender back behind the ball.
Time out of the field. We'll take 1-2. 7:15 left in the first. It's 2-0 Tropics.
Antwerpen Automotive is your #1 hometown dealer. Antwerpen makes finding your next vehicle easy. With over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles, Antwerpen has the right selection for you. Plus, only Antwerpen offers the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. They save you time and money. Visit any of Antwerpen's 12 area locations or visit them online at jacksays.yes.com.
And remember, when I say yes, you pay less.
Jack's playing baseball now, and Sam inherited her dad's love of chemistry and his teeth. And I'm learning that having a family is expensive.
Well, at Wise, you can find plenty of ways to save on things your family loves. And less money on groceries means more money for everything else.
That's awesome.
That's Wise.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
For Florida. Blast again. Florida needs to win game 2 to keep the series alive to go to a game 3 mini game. Blast, if they win game 2, win the series. Silva, distribution knocked back by Donatelli. Scherer. Foul call. Free kick for Florida.
It's a nice try by Drew, but no, you can't just move the ball on the other side of the yellow line. Huge advantage on this arena.
Alt Sports Data, the official sports data partner of the Major Arena Soccer League. Alt Sports, San Diego-based leader in trading consumer data for action, alternative, and emerging sports.
Speaking of all data, this is the first game in Baltimore as we see Dantas take the shot wide. First game in Baltimore that we've had live betting odds for Blast ever. So we saw those odds close. The Blast slight favorites going into yesterday's game. As you saw, they won money line favorites and just a slight dog when it came to the points, 1.5. Tonight, pretty massive favorite as they go off minus 390, where that closed on the money line. So pretty big home favorites. The Blast coming into this game already trailing 2-0.
A little surprising because Florida has that 4-game winning streak here in Baltimore. The Tropics really match up well for this arena and this field because they love to shoot from long range, and they just play a, hair on fire style that I think suits this arena.
I agree with you. And then also, if you look at the players that they have, right, their defensive strength is physical, strong defenders that match up well with the Blast offensive players. And you talk about a guy that scored more goals than anybody else in this arena, and that's Vinny Dantas on the other side of the field, right? Vinny knows how to score here.
Taken away from Shearer. Ruggles. Pereiras now drags it forward, comes through. Blast break out the other way, 1-on-2. Good move by Shearer, splits 2 defenders, comes in, shoots. Oh, Silva robs him from point-blank range. He was 1-on-1, he makes the save.
Well, Jack did so well to just get a shot off in that situation. Really, the momentum and the pull is there's a block by Ricardinho. To get to that shot was everything that Jack could do, and then just a toe poke straight in. But
a nice job by Silva to cut down
the angle.
Angle as Scherer cut through those 2 defenders. I think he really caught Florida by surprise.
It's been fantastic so far. That's a 3rd scoring opportunity he's had, as Silva will let one rip. But yeah, that's you love to see that individual effort from Shearer. Just Silva better there.
Vanzella with the distribution.
So I go back to what you said when the last home game here is another turnover by the Blast. You said the last home game when you were talking about Mike playing in goal, Zierhofer, and how the more time he got, the more comfortable he looked, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about William Vanzella missing, 3 weeks of action, coming back from, his last game going into yesterday. We'll see. There was a little bit of Mike Jones takes down Pereira, no call.
Diesel returns the favor. Touch off the boards by Gonzalez.
Tavernese tackles him behind the ball. Now Moy Gonzalez hit in the face. We'll see a card.
Is this a red card? I mean, he was hit in the face.
So we'll see the review. I would assume they'll review this, right?
I would assume. If at the very least, I believe this will be a power play for the Blast.
Well, a blue card's been shown. They would have to wave it off. See the blue plus yellow. So there we do see the blue plus yellow. So that's the new 5+2. So they're basically the 7-minute penalty. So they'll serve the 2-minute man down, and then Jones will be in.
Now, is the league going to suspend him for Game 3 now?
We'll wait to see. Now now they're going to give Florida the ball. Florida's got to put a second person in the box. There you go.
So Jones gets 2 minutes for pushing. All right, so Florida will rack some time here. Ruggles heads it out of play, so Blast on it now. 3 for 4 last night. Or I'm sorry, 2 for 4 last night. 2 for, let me try again.
2 for 3.
2 for 3. Get it right eventually. 67% in Game 1. No Roque on this power play. Ferdinand slides in the middle for the Blast.
Of course, that was pretty big when you look at the Tropics in the regular season. 77% on the penalty kill.
Telly's shot is blocked.
So for the Blast to score 2 out of 3, great job by them.
Well, the big one was the Roque goal.
Absolutely.
Obviously, to make it a 3-2 game. At 4-2, Florida was just pressing as the Blast could have run timeout, and instead they chose to score. Here's a shot inside. That's saved. Good job there. They found Mello inside, but it was taken away and knocked off by Silva. Run by Vandergrift down the wing.
Great hustle by Vandergrift.
Rank some more time. 1 minute left in the power play. Silva, good ball up ahead. Chance now for Varela. Taken away from him, and the Blast will reset things. 45 left for the Blast. Quickly in transition, Mello drops it back for Donatelli. Blast a little confused, and Florida takes advantage. They up the pressure here.
Does give a little more room down low for Moy Gonzalez.
Gonzalez bangs it home, and the Blast cut the lead in half.
Well, there you go, Paul. Exactly what you're talking about, right? The press comes up high. What does that leave? It leaves room behind the press, right? So the Blast able to break it. And we'll see on the replay here, it was a little bit of confusion as the Blast were trying to figure out who that second high guy would be. He comes back out, Mello, and then on the switch, Ruggles goes down low, and Moy doesn't miss from there. What a shot.
How about that near post, upper 90? Wow.
I mean, Silva was in position. He wasn't late switching over. He was there. He just couldn't get his hands up that fast. I mean, that guy has a rocket. If you let him get turned and face the goal from that direction and get a shot off, you are not doing your goaltender any favors.
Thompson clears the box. Oh, Gonzalez near steal. Ball's loose in the midfield. Good run up ahead by Thompson. Chance here for the Blast. Thompson shoots, that's blocked. Obasi steps in, makes the steal. Blast resets. Thompson again. The play broke down there for a second.
The lineup, the matchups in the lineups have been interesting for the Blast in the transitions. Not the usual guys playing with each other that we've seen all season, is it, Paul?
No, I mean, you know, they changed. Max has to change, so that takes him off of his line, and that just kind of works its way down.
Yeah. I mean, it's worked. The Blasts have looked good.
Good drag by Pereira down the wing. Shot save Silva. Hugo Silva's been sharp early on. Pereira's pushed into the boards. That could have been 2 minutes from a dangerous play. Vandergrift gets called for the push. Quick restart for the Blast. There's Ferdinand now, marked by Ruggles. Quick turn by Max. Shoots off the post. Good look there by Max. Foul called on the Blast. Free kick for Ruggles and the Tropics. Silva. Ball plays all the way through to the corner. It's loose in front. Shearer with some help. Donatelli tries to clear. That's off of Vandergrift into the crowd.
One guy we haven't seen a lot of right now is Shearer's going to get working way down low. Haven't seen a lot of Nelson Santana so far for the Blast yet, have we?
No, we have not. Shearer really working hard in the corner. Ricardinho takes it away. Plays around the turn and into the arms of Silva.
That's one where Ricardinho does so well to win, but if he can just get that little extra to get it off the board to get the kick, he's got a wide open Jack Shearer who made a perfect run off of that possession.
Last step in again in steal. Pereira keeps it alive, still has it, now 2-on-1 maybe. Pereira turns, shoots off the top of the glass. Donatelli with a follow, that's stripped away. Here we go the other way now. Pereira steps in and he'll get called for the foul. Thought for sure Pereira got ball there. Pereira called for the trip.
How about the effort as Nelson comes on for his, I think, second shift of the day. How about the effort from Jack Shearer there to get down all the way back on the other end there to cut off that pass on the backside.
Shot over the glass, 22.8 left in the quarter. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like the intensity's been ratcheted up tenfold here in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, absolutely, since the Blast scored that goal.
Dantas settles. Santana. Thompson, that shot's blocked. 8 seconds left. Santana runs on. Diesel near side. Mike off the boards in front. That goes nowhere. 2 seconds, one, and that'll do it. Horn sounds. Entertaining first quarter of play. Tropics get the first two. Blast on the power play. Cut it in half. 2-1 Tropics after 1 quarter of play. You're watching MASL Soccer, the Ron Newman Cup playoffs on Twitch.
I chose to work in a Catholic school because it really helped develop me as a whole person.
What I love most about teaching in a Catholic school is the small class sizes and the ability to have that opportunity to bring God into the classroom every day.
There's such a great sense of community, and our students live out our PBIS motto, which is to be respectful, responsible, and kind because Christ matters.
Discover the benefits of a rewarding career in Catholic education. Apply today.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because
End of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
GooseUpCoffee.com. It's just good coffee.
Now 2-1 Tropics after 1 quarter of play. Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. Now with no fees at checkout. And don't forget about Cuentas app, card, wallet. Cuentas has everything you need to manage your money your way. Visit Cuentas.com today and learn more. And hey, do you think you have what it takes to play in the MASL? Sign up now to be on the mailing list for the 2023 MASL Pro Player Combine. Visit MASLsoccer.com for more information. Looked like the early momentum for Florida, but the power play goal kind of swung things around, Andrew, in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul, and it changed the whole dynamic of the series, right? You saw the intensity pick up for the Blast. You saw Florida start to get a little in the arguments back and forth. You see Drew Ruggles and Joey Tavernese still arguing with the officials over calls, but the Blast definitely have life here. And that's, maybe wasn't looking like the case after the first two, a little lifeless crowd, not the usual home crowd that they've been playing in front of all season. With the sellouts, of course, when you only have 4 days to sell a home crowd, it's a great crowd for that. But for Baltimore, not as loud or as boisterous as they're used to. So, they needed a little spark to get into it. The power play provided that, and Moy Gonzalez's shot really changed the dynamic of this first quarter.
Definite storyline in this series. That's the third power play goal for the Blast in the first 5 quarters.
Blast at 75% on the penalty on the power play.
Bassi for Diesel. Mike Diesel, we talk about his ability to defend, but had one of the best goals of the season in game 1. Here's a quick turn. That's a save as Gonzalez got a good piece of that one and sent it towards Silva, who knocked it away.
Yeah, good things are going to happen if Moy's shooting like that, right?
Well, I mean, without Roque, other guys have to pick up the slack. Bassi. Quick turn, Pereira with some room. His shot off the glass, that just missed. Silva was beat there.
It's 2 now for Juan. That's gone just high. I mean, Blaster ringing the doorbell.
And Ruggles now far side. There's Dantas on Donatelli. Quick shot that's blocked by Donatelli.
I think you're doing something right roster construction-wise when you say a player's got to step up, and it's a guy that had 17 goals in the regular season, right?
No question.
You're going to bring him up, and then Jack Shearer, who's going to step up into that third target role. He's a guy that has generated 2 scoring opportunities, 2 very, very good scoring opportunities in his shift so far.
That's what we talked about. I mean, you talked about Gonzalez's 17 goals, Donatelli 15. You got Pereira with 14, so the other guys can score. There's no question about it. Their Blast are not short on guys that can put it into the back of the net. Just waiting as Max Ferdinand moves up to that target position. Max, of course, good job setting up other players. Can he finish as well? And that should be a top of the arc restart because he was inside the yellow. But they won't give that to the Blast. It's pretty evident he was inside the yellow there when he kicked it out of play.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise he would have kicked it straight sideways because when they marked him inside the yellow, but.
Schindler. Ricardinho. Donatelli now. Ferdinand pushed off and gets called for the foul.
As
There's Ruggles. No chance now. Inside shot, goal. Oh, there's the turning point right there. Freitas scores and restores Florida's 2-goal lead.
So now,
right after the holding call.
Can you review the holding call?
I have no idea.
Because it led to the scoring opportunity, right? Went straight through? Yeah?
I don't know.
No turnover? Okay. Either way, Vanzella, that's a tough one for Vanzella as he was there, but I mean, that shot straight on, that's a hard one to deflect coming at and going straight up. And for Florida, 3-1 lead.
Pereira now on the near side. There's Mello. Santana flips it up into the box.
Nice job by the Tropics to kind of regain that momentum.
Scherer now. Mello out of the back for Pereira. Mello, far side, Diesel. Good run by Mello inside, goes around Shearer and clear. Diesel runs it down for the Blast.
Take a look at the first quarter stats. Tropics out shooting the Blast 11-8. Of course, a big shot advantage last night for them as well.
Mello with a run, but that's cut off.
Vanzella 4 saves to 5 from Silva. Florida only called for 1 foul in the first quarter. Blast picked up 3. They also added 5 blocks to Florida's 2.
Oh, that one just wide. Gonzalez runs it down along the near boards. Donatelli lets it play through. Chance now, a giveaway and a goal. Pereras puts it home. It's 4-1 Florida.
Well, that starts on Tony Donatelli with a bad distribution, right? He's stuck down in the corner and tries to clear it through and just puts it right in the middle. We'll see a timeout from the Blast. Settle and get things under control. Let's take a look at this replay, though. You see Donatelli down, and this is also an element of the field, right? Because Donatelli doesn't crush that ball, where in another field he might put that ball towards midfield, but there he just goes low, and Pereas just beats Vanzella.
Timeout. Blast have to regroup here.
I don't want to let it get too far out for the Blast. This is a good opportunity to catch your breath and say, okay, we don't need to score, we're not scoring 3 goals right now. We need to score 1. We need to stop them from scoring, reset, kind of catch your breath. This game is a 2-goal, 3-goal game in the fourth quarter. Then you start to, feel that pressure.
Pereira's 12 goals in the regular season, has 2 here tonight. Just joining us, Rico got it started. He scored at the 6:38 mark. Blast have a power play goal from Moy Gonzalez, but it's been all Florida here to start things here in the first half as they are in control 4-1 over the Blast. Don't forget MASLsoccer.com, your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Check it out, MASLsoccer.com.
Blast will wait.
Blast and Tropics, the only game in town tonight, MASL-wise.
They'll be waiting for that series, I guess, tomorrow, or Monday, rather. We'll see the Kansas City Utica playing game. And the winner of that series will travel to Milwaukee to play the Wave.
Yeah, you would think the winner here tonight that moves on probably won't play again until later in the month, right? Because they'll play that series next weekend between Milwaukee and the winner of the Utica Kansas City game.
Right, so you're thinking at least 2 weeks until either of these teams play again. Of course, if the Blast is banged up as they are, they wouldn't hate that. And I'm sure Florida enjoy the chance to rest.
Turnover. Tropics on the attack. Tavernisi heads it to the corner. Vanzella runs that down. A nice clear for Donatelli in the midfield. Thompson moves it forward. Still keeps it alive. Chance now. Freitas again. Goal! It's going to be a card anyway. It was going to be a holding foul on Obasi. I think that'll be waved off. Freitas scores again. It's 5-1 Tropics.
Everything's working right now for the Tropics. There's too many one-on-one runs. As you see the foul there from Obasi, that'll be waved off. And then, Vanzella does well to get his hands tucked back there, but right, like what do you do in that situation? How many times can he get a guy running straight at him? Florida's a man short. Carvalho comes out, so yeah, all Florida right now.
2 for Freitas, 2 for Pereras. Diesel flicks it forward. Schindler goes around the official. Ball to the corner for Ferdinand. Diesel. Far side Pereira. Flash is, you got to get one. You can't get four right off the bat. You got to get one back. And then work your way through that. Pereira takes a look. Far side Ricardinho. Schindler goes by Ferdinand. Pereira swings it far side, Ricardinho. Flick to the corner for Max. Picked up by Kyle Williams. Now Ferdinand off the boards. There's no one home. Blast, we're changing behind the play.
Again, guys out of position, guys not playing in the the normal spots, and I think Juwan kind of went back to that midfield spot, but Donatelli was there, right? He should have been that second forward spot and filled after the target forward run. Nelson had Donatelli. It's just late finding him.
Share double team, ball taken away in the corner. Tropics come out again.
That's going to be a tough education for Shearer playing that target position, back to the goal with Drew Ruggles, right? Like it's welcome to the league, kid type of moment. Playoff Drew Ruggles trying to play that target back down. Vinny Dantas knows about that, but Jack Shearer is going to have to learn.
Manzella. Thompson lets it go. Mello picks it up along the boards. Shoots off Silva. Shearer was running through there. Ball knocked up against the boards and taken away by the Tropics. Donatelli steps in. Mello pulls it back. Blast will change. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Tropics in control, 5-1. Bassi directs traffic. Pereira on the far side. Fakes, shoots, that goes wide. Diesel steps in. Foul called on Diesel. Free kick, Florida. Silva across the yellow and over the boards. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. 7:04 left here in the half. Florida, 3 goals here in the second. They've taken control. 5-1 over the Blast. Back with more second quarter action. It's MASL Soccer on Twitch.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because
End of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Jack's playing baseball now, and Sam inherited her dad's love of chemistry and his teeth. And I'm learning that having a family is expensive.
Well, at Wise, you can find plenty of ways to save on things your family loves. And less money on groceries means more money for everything else.
That's awesome.
That's Wise.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
GoosedUpCoffee.com. It's just good coffee.
Tropics need game 2 to stay alive in this playoff series, and they are in control right now, 5-1 over the Blast. Don't forget to catch MASL Monday every Monday night. Sirius XM FC channel 157, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Alex Bastanovsky is joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the games and discuss the league hot topics. Blast have it. Donatelli triggers it in for Schindler. Vanzella for Thompson, now Ricardinho. Far post. Oh, Schindler was making a run, but Silva got the hands out and made the play.
Great reaction by Silva to see the run on the backside. Wasn't a save on goal, but it did save a goal.
Frustrated Vinny Dantas drives one into the crowd.
I think that guy's wearing a Dantas jersey that's screaming at him.
There you go.
Got to be watching in this arena. Every seat's in play.
Santana wins the physical battle. Pereira, I should say.
Too many of them today,
Just
Paul.
too many, right? Juan puts it up into the netting. Goalkeeper distribution for Silva.
Florida bench jawing back at him.
Blocked by the Blast. Pereira gets deflected. Diesel kicks it forward and runs it down. Pereira with a nifty little move to keep possession. Melo's entry pass is blocked. Good settle by Diesel. Obasi came free. Ferdinand loses it. Chance now for Florida on the run. Ferdinand recovers. Diesel with some help. Morella keeps it alive. Pereira with some space. Inside, that's blocked. Comes all the way back. Quick shot into the netting there by Varela.
Only in Baltimore
Only in
is
this
a
arena,
shot.
right?
Yeah. Blocked at the yellow line, become a scoring opportunity on the other end.
Oh, good play by Thompson to let the ball go through, but Tropics deflect it. Good hustle by Scherer to get back. And gets the return pass from Obasi. Thompson on the far side. Obasi now. Donatelli for Scherer. Just joining us, Jack had a great chance early on. And a nice move between two defenders, but was shut down by Silva. Scherer plays it off the boards. Hughes keeps it alive. Telly now back for Obasi. Blast reset with 4:40 left in the half. Obasi still has it. Plays it off Gonzalez. Moy touches, shoots. That's wide right.
I like the thought process, right? He's coming towards the goal. He takes the shot. We've seen good things come from that, but obviously didn't turn on it the way that he wanted to.
Distribution for Silva. Diesel for Gonzalez.
It's the way the ball's bouncing for the Blast right now, isn't it?
That's marked by Schindler. It's a couple of big boys going at it right there.
Some mass.
Schindler and Dantas again. Schindler wins that battle. Hits the deck. Ball kicked to the corner. Schindler. Diesel. Now back for Vanzella.
Nice play by Mike there. Is almost another unfortunate touch for the Blast. Ball kind of kicked up and turned into a scoring chance, but Mike did well not to allow that run.
Pereira gets the ball back in, shoots. That's into the netting.
Well, Monteleras cannot keep up with Juan Pereira. That's a bad matchup for Florida. And you saw the nice give and go. Ricardinho did well to send that along, but Juan, just a bad touch. He had some more room to take that in, I think, a little farther on the shot, but maybe trying to catch Silva before he got the set.
Just in front, Vanzella the save. Melo heads it out. Santana with a nice follow. Touch for Ferdinand. Far side Thompson. Kyle Williams with another good defensive play. Thompson keeps it alive. Swings it near side Santana.
Like to see Nelson get a clean touch on that. He would have had some room on the left to go down low, but did well just to settle it.
Obasi with it again. Donatelli's drive into the netting. Very few blast shots have found their way on target.
Yeah, we saw the 5 saves credited to Silva in the first quarter, but I don't know how many coming in the second because it's not too many. Right now, the Blast finding the outside of the goal.
Having trouble getting the ball back in play.
Maybe let's go. Yeah, there we go.
2:43 left. Tropics, all 3 goals here in the second quarter. Pereira chests it down. Turns for Melo. Melo, bad touch. Keeps it alive, keeps the possession. Taken down by Ruggles. Ruggles gives it back to him.
And now Ruggles is, they're going to call Melo.
Take a look. Here's the replay.
So no problem with that. Melo came up and chopped down.
And now Melo gets the yellow. Blast have to regain their composure. There's Tony Donatelli trying to calm Melo down. I don't think the fans approve of the officiating right now. I believe this is going to be a free kick for the Tropics. So Melo gets the misconduct penalty. Tropics play to the corner.
The yellows don't change game strength at all. Just Melo disqualified for the next 5 minutes, but the teams will stay at even strength. So his penalty will stretch into the second half, so a long halftime for Melo. Nice job by Obasi on the barrel roll.
Ruggles chips back into the corner. mean, you just have to keep your composure.
Huh?
Like it, not like it, whatever.
Look,
Regardless of the outcome of this game, for the Blast, it's going to be Game 3. So you have to focus on getting ready to play that game.
Becoming more and more likely here as
Freitas scores again. He's got the hat trick.
I mean, yeah, the reality of the situation was there was clearly a chop on the arm. He knocked, you know, he swung his arm down, chopped on it. I want to say that Melo embellished that or that wasn't a foul. I mean, that, you know, to call that, but you can't pick up the yellow in that situation, right? Like you can't, he didn't call it, wasn't going to be called, wasn't going to be reviewed. At that point, got to keep playing, and now it's a 6-1 game. And Melo's still got 4.5 minutes in the box.
Cardinho taken down. Good chance here for the Blast.
Cardinho pulled down, and Moy will have some room.
Cardinho, that's blocked. Good job there by the Tropics. Blast come up empty on the restart. Schindler, far side. Donatelli with some space. Good
nice
flick.
thought.
Redirect goes wide. Cardinho. Donatelli on the far side. Cardinho, 45 seconds left in the half. Big first half for the Tropics. They are in control.
Blast looking for that one to give them something positive to go into halftime with.
Gonzalez hits the corner of the boards. Ricochets all the way to the corner. Out of play here with 18.5 left.
Got Donatelli on the long side. Florida was trying to make a sub, but couldn't get it in fast enough. And Sianawa with about 10 seconds left. Can he make a move?
Plays it back to no one. Here's Tavernese on the counter. 3 seconds. Ball goes to the corner. 2 seconds. 1. And horn sounds as Obasi clears the line. Tropics with 4 second quarter goals. Freitas the second quarter hat trick. Pereira adds 1 as well. And Tropics in control after 1 half of play. Florida 6, Blast 1. It's halftime here in Baltimore. You're watching the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. It's MASL Soccer on Twitch.
I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames, it's glorious. Even when the darkness calls, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious. Us, victorious.
right, fans, we're getting set for our Wise Supermarket Shootout. We've got with us tonight from Wise Supermarkets, manager Bill Sigmund in net tonight. Give it up for Bill. And our contestant tonight is Chrissy. Chrissy, you have to make 2 goals on Bill tonight. If you make 2 out of 3, you go home tonight with a $50 gift certificate, courtesy of Wise Supermarkets. Are you ready, Chrissy?
Yes.
Let's go. Fire away, Chrissy. Shot and a goal. That's 1. You need 1 more, Chrissy, to go home tonight a winner. A $50 gift certificate courtesy of our good sponsors from Wise Supermarkets. All right, Chrissy. Shot and a goal. Having a nice round of applause for Chrissy, tonight's winner, and Bill Sigmund, tonight's Wise Supermarket manager.
Jack's playing baseball now, and Sam inherited her dad's love of chemistry and his teeth. And I'm learning that having a family is expensive.
Well, at Wise, you can find plenty of ways to save on things your family loves. And less money on groceries means more money for everything else.
That's awesome.
That's Wise.
Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
At MedStar Health, we're doing everything we can to prepare for what if. Like, what if you need care right now? We have the region's largest network of urgent care centers. Or what if you think you're out of options? Patients continue to turn to us after losing hope elsewhere. Or what if you can't get to care? Our mobile care units bring care to our communities. Because treating people means being prepared to treat them when what if happens. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. We help protect Maryland workers because
End of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
connect with your local agent or visit us online.
GoosedUpCoffee.com. It's just good coffee.
Shoot! He scores!
MASL at the half, coming right at ya. What's going on, everybody? I'm Alex Bashevansky. Welcome into our MASL studio. Hope you're loving the game so far. Tons of stuff to cover on the show today. The stakes could not have been higher last week as regular season play wrapped up and several teams were fighting for their playoff lives.
To Pereira, who settles with his back to goal. Big Mo applying some deep pressure there. Oh, and it's Corey Keats who settles the wall, a score, a one touch into the back of the net, and just like that, the Tacoma Stars have jumped out to a 1-0 lead.
It was a painful week for the Empire Strikers. They needed to pick up just a single point over their last 2 games of the regular season. It didn't happen in game 1 against the Tacoma Stars, a team that needed a win in this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Mission accomplished. They left Empire dejected as the Stars eked out a 4-3 win in regulation time over the boys in purple. Empire had another chance to pick up that 1 point in Mesquite on Saturday. They were facing an Outlaws squad that was reeling, having lost 5 straight, 8 of its last 10. But the Texans were also fighting for their playoff lives. They needed a win to clinch a berth. That is exactly what they got. Their big stars stepped up. Luis Morales had a hat trick. Sebastian Mendez hit the back of the net as well. Empire just could not get it together, and that led to a big celebration in Mesquite at the final buzzer.
Mesquite with a 7-2 win, and the Mesquite Outlaws qualify for the postseason.
What a great effort by the Outlaws tonight. From the very start of the match to the very end, played with discipline on both ends.
The Outlaws make it happen when the chips are down. That meant that Empire needed Dallas to stop Monterey from winning on Sunday. The Sidekicks had put up a fight 2 nights before at home, losing 5-3, but they were in Monterey for this one, and the end result was never in doubt. The Flash taking no chances. They put on an offensive clinic, taking apart the sidekicks. Gorgeous strike right there by Luis Mendoza. Empire could only watch from a distance as what seemed like a sure playoff spot just 2 weeks ago went up in a puff of smoke. The celebration was on in Monterey as the Flash jump from 6th place in the West to 3rd on the final weekend to qualify for the postseason. 10-2 the final score in this one. Goodbye, Strikers. Hello, Flash. One more game to show you. Number 1 in the East, Milwaukee, taking on number 1 in the West, San Diego. A possible Ron Newman Cup preview. Both squads played most of their big guns, although the Sockers did rest star keeper Boris Pardo. Milwaukee hung in for a while. Tony Walls with the opener there on a lovely little back heel shot for the Wave. Despite being down 2-0, the Sockers took control from that point on. Devoy Morgan picking up yet another hat trick for the defending champs. And captain by captain, Craig Childs, whose mustache is looking more voluminous with each passing day, had 3 points as well. As the blue and gold pull away in the end, they take this battle of number 1s 11-5. Other game scores to tell you about. Chihuahua edged Mesquite 10-9 in a thrilling encounter on the 30th. Florida held off a game St. Louis ambush squad 6-5 in Lakeland. Utica enters the postseason on a high, taking down Baltimore 4-3. Tacoma gave San Diego everything they could handle before losing 5-4 on the first. And Harrisburg goes down swinging in its final game of the season, falling to Milwaukee 6-5. Let's take a look at how the scoring race ended up. Nick Pereira, your points champion, was 70, followed by Frank Taillou, 16 behind. Lucas Roque with 47 points. Ian Bennett, your reigning MVP, 45 points. And Hugo Puentes with 43. Speaking of Mr. Pereira, the awards were coming in for the Tacoma legend, as yes, he is your scoring champion with 70 points. He also takes home the MASL Pass Master Award, 37 assists for Nick, who was just everywhere for the Stars this season. No question, Tacoma would not have made the playoffs without Mr. Pereira. And Frank Taillou, it was a disappointing end to his season as the Strikers, of course, did miss the playoffs. But Frank was absolutely incredible all season long. He is your MASL Golden Boot winner, 38 goals this year, many of them of the highlight variety for the man they call the King. And your play of the week, we're going back to Empire for the Tacoma goal here. Michael Ramos on his bicycle off the beautiful pass by Nick Pereira off the boards. In it goes, the acrobatics. That is your play of the week. And that's all the time we've got for today. But just remember that all throughout the playoffs, to stay up to date on everything that's going on, be sure to check out the league's social media. And of course, you can watch every single MASL game live on Twitch. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Antwerpen Automotive is your #1 hometown dealer. Antwerpen makes finding your next vehicle easy. With over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles, Antwerpen has the right selection for you. Plus, only Antwerpen offers the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. They save you time and money. Visit any of Antwerpen's 12 area locations or visit them online at jacksays.yes.com.
And remember, when I say yes, you pay less.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity. And what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more. And every day, we're proving it.
Brought in by Leo. Off the wall, looking for Tavoy. Brought it back to Serna. Ray makes the save. Tavoy, header, save!
And this is Oscar Romero wide right. Eastside with the counter, and Reynoso is there. Reynoso again. Back-to-back, nice saves.
Then he has been as a target forward, playing defense, assisting, and a tremendous
what a
save
by Toth. Back-to-back amazing saves by Toth.
Now around to Roque.
Roque entered in. Coughlin with a huge stretch on Cabrera. They don't call him Mr. Stretch for nothing.
Pereira's waiting on the wing, and he will shoot. And Cardenas almost deflected it in, and then Crespo got the shot away. And Pardo.
On Utica's first goal of the game, Mijatovic may be looking for another one here. Woods nutmegs his man, he shoots, Seelhofer dives out, makes an outstanding stop.
And a slide there by Pichardo. Look out, this is Tovar. Tovar,
Another save.
With a beautiful save.
Yeah,
What a save by Juan Gamboa.
Juan Gamboa was a part of watch today, and he has answered that call.
Florida Tropics after one half of play. Tropics lead this one 6-1.
Don't sound so excited about it.
Oh, I mean, hey, you can credit the Florida Tropics played an amazing first half. As right off the bat, you see the distribution and then the fight by Arica to find the room to score there, and that was off to the races, Andrew.
Yeah, Rico went down with the injury right afterwards, but great individual effort off the feet from Silva. And then you see Pereira's here with a steal, beats Vanzella, and then take away in the finish. So 2-0 lead for the Tropics. It was all Tropics, and then the Blast got on the power play, picked it up, and here you see Moy Gonzalez with a blast, an absolute rocket into the upper right corner of the goal. The Blast 2-1 at the end of the first quarter, and you're thinking, all right, this is a game. But Freitas and Pereira's had other visions for the Tropics. As we'll see here, Freitas 2:08 into the second quarter. Turnover, rocket shot again. Another player going unimpeded straight at William Vanzella. Just a minute and 30 seconds later, Pereira's, again, nobody in front of him. Straight shot at Vanzella. Goal, it's now 4-1 Tropics, but they wouldn't stop. Freitas, a minute and 30 seconds later. Run. Obasi called for the penalty behind the ball. Waved off as he finishes, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Tropics. A yellow card from Jonatas Mello. And that leads to this opportunity with a pass down to Freitas. Freitas the flick on, finish, and it was 6-1 Florida Tropics. So outside it's about 40 degrees, inside all Tropics.
Two teams back out on the floor as we start the third quarter. And Melo's got, like 3:30 left on that 5-minute misconduct before he can come out of the box. If Florida holds on here, wins this one, we'll play a third game. It'll be a mini game, 15 minutes, not sudden death. Whoever is leading after that 15 minutes will advance.
That's just a straight regular game, right? I mean, that's just regular rules. Scoring applies. It's a third game series. It's just played immediately following, and the timing is a little shorter. For the Blast, we talked about this, Paul. Little bits, right? What are the goals, right? You got to stop them from scoring, and you got to climb back in. There's a lot of soccer left to be played. In this arena, it's not crazy to go into the fourth quarter down 2 or 3 goals and be right into this game. So the Blast shouldn't be writing it off right now and saying, okay, we're on to the third game. I mean, not looking great the way they played, but also remember, if you look back at last night's game in Florida, the Tropics looked really good in their first half and kind of let off in the second half. The Blast can get that, and they start playing the way that they're capable of. We could see this game tighten up here.
Tropics will start with it here to start the third.
See Nelson Santana on the field. to start off. He played limited minutes early, but kind of worked into the rotation. He'll be joined on the back line by Patrick Thompson. So Thompson we've seen go forward quite a bit and generate some opportunities. I think the Blast want to see that from the back line. Juan Pereira's also had some good individual success taking on. He's run the doorbell 3 times. And any one of those going in help create this much different game. As Mello walks back into the box to serve the rest of his 5-minute misconduct.
Vinny Dantas at the midfield starts things for the Tropics, and we are underway here in quarter number 3. Pereira's in the corner. Donatelli leaves it for Gonzalez. Silva way off his line. Dantas runs it down. Santana's got his hands all over him. Foul called on Nelson. Free kick, Florida. Pereira's drive hits off of Santana. Thompson clears. Tropics bring it right back in, though.
You know, it's funny, one thing we didn't really talk about was the travel for both these teams playing last night.
Donatelli. Ruggles plays it over the board, so we'll get his top of the arc restart for the Blast.
So Donatelli can't get the scoring opportunity, but does earn the top of the arc restart. So these two teams played last night, and we talked about this when the Blast had the Mesquite series. It's harder for the Manzella was looking. The Blast were 1 man short. It's harder when a team comes.
They were 2 men short.
2 men short.
Shot by Gonzalez blocked.
So when a team travels both directions, right? That ends up, the Blast had to travel twice. They traveled to Florida and then back. Florida's only traveling on that first game. So that does help just a little bit. Not, you know, certainly not the reason why Florida's winning this game, but something to watch with the Blast legs.
Ferdinand has it taken away. Pereira down the boards. You know, if you're the Blast too, you know, you want to try to find some momentum somehow in the second half to take it into that third game.
Well, it's interesting. The Blast series, they talked a lot about, you know, the home field advantage and what that looks like, and having there's a bad turnover from Ricardinho. And again, that give and go with Obasi is just not working on the back line for the Blast.
Taverni's drive goes up over the crossbar off the glass.
So the Blast, to finish that thought, the Blast had typically taken that first game at home. They were comfortable with playing that second and third game on the road. Of course, several of their big championship wins came on the road because they were comfortable getting that first win at home and playing that third game, you know, on the road, or not even needing it if they get that first win at home. It's kind of securing that. So for the Blast, you know, interesting that they're in this situation playing that third game at home. We haven't done that too often.
The theory being that you win that first game, put the pressure on the other team.
Yeah. And you can't really argue with the results, can you?
Yeah. To the corner for Ferdinand. Foul called on the
Blast. They're going
Blast.
to call 3-line pass.
3-line
all the way back.
violation on the Blast. I missed that one.
Play went on for about 12 seconds after the pass was made.
Ruggles' pass to the corner is blocked. Ball comes around the turn and back out. Florida regroups. Schindler heads it down. Donatelli clears. Pereira. Cut off. Nice defensive play by Varela. Freitas looking for more. And he's got it. Hits the corner of the post and in. Freitas with 4 goals. It's 7-1 Tropics.
And Thompson kept giving ground, and Freitas found the absolute sliver of an angle he had to bounce it in off the post. And Vanzella upset with himself and looking back at the defense. Thompson just kept backing him down, or kept getting back down. Freitas, step over, step over, step over. Vanzella just not quick to get over to that corner. Frankly, Thompson was kind of turned to the side, didn't say square there, keep his body square, and it's all Tropics.
Top of the goal, 2:48. Fritas did not play last night in Florida. He's got 4 here today in Baltimore.
So what does that say that Lucas is going to have in the third game then, if we have to play the third game, right? Of course, if you're just joining us, Lucas Roque serving a 1-game suspension. The Discipline Review Committee added the penalty this morning as the Blast plane was landing. Blast had a couple hours to figure out a new lineup. Their leading scorer was suspended. He will be back for the third game, if needed.
Mello far side. Santana. And Bassi now up the top. Ricardinho far side. The board's in front. Abassi chips it back for Diesel. Bassi holds in the corner. As it taken away on the double team. Shearer cuts alive by Diesel.
Terrible balance right now from the Blast. There's 4 players on the right side. They'll shift out, and Abassi just isolates again.
Blast back in form now as they make changes. Pereira far side. That's deflected in, and Silva got a hand on that.
I think it kicked all the way back and hit his leg as it bounced around. I think it was kind of, he was laid out flat thinking it was going to go to the hand side, as there's Tamanisi off a chance high. And I think it deflected down into his feet.
Well, half bicycle there by Varela. Still loose and finally kicked out. And there's a challenge flag from Florida.
They're going to challenge whether it was a handball on Donatello as he spun around. I think we're going to end up in the same situation here, Paul. Bicep, shoulder, anatomy lesson that we experienced earlier in the year. So challenge flag from Coach Clay. We'll see what this looks like. How do you feel about this challenge?
You know how I feel about challenge flags. Let's take a look. Looks like clearly handball, right?
When he falls down on it, yeah. I mean, he's there, he's braced himself, and kicks in. Does he play it, or is it, yeah, I mean, I guess it could have bounced out.
That's...
Yeah. I mean,
oh, definitely. It'd have been the hand, absolutely.
Yeah.
It should be a penalty. It should be a penalty shot. But like I said before in my argument, you save your challenge flag for the fourth quarter.
Well,
it's a 7-1 game.
No, it's an 8-1 game. If you get that goal, does that make a big difference, right? Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
If
Lee would say, if Lee was watching, it's 1 goal.
Right. He would say,
oh.
What was the call?
It was upheld. Wow.
Right
okay.
Then. Well, I'll see. Like I said, I mean, regardless of
the outcome,
you save your challenge flag for the fourth quarter.
Well, and here's where I'm going to agree with you on this. I was playing Lee's role, trying, in his honor. But here's the one thing I would look at: if you're in this situation now with a third game, and you have an opportunity to challenge a red card situation, right, where it could affect not only not the outcome of this game, but a guy's playing in the fourth quarter or in the third game.
That is a good point.
Yeah,
absolutely. I totally agree with you on that point. If it would have been a elbow situation, red card situation, then yes.
Right.
To get that guy out of the third game.
Right, or to save your guy from staying in, right? If it's called to challenge it, you know, if it's something what you think. All that being in play, I don't think a goal matters at this point, but, you know, we've seen stranger things.
And, you know, watching the game last night, there's a goal. Rico started the scoring. He gets another one here. Makes it 8-1 Tropics. Time of the goal, 5:40.
I think we were a little surprised at the outcome of the review, but doesn't affect the Tropics at all. It was about 40 seconds later. The flick on and the finish. Well, that shorthanded blast team is just getting run over right now.
Florida is just firing on all cylinders right now.
Mello.
Ball through Obasi.
Now, do you let Vanzella kind of keep going here, try and find his rhythm, get settled because he hasn't played in a couple games? Or do you try and rest him here, say, go to the bench and let Mike Zierhofer finish out maybe half of this third quarter and fourth quarter?
I mean,
with 7-goal lead?
Both valid points.
Yeah, right?
I don't think there's any wrong answer to that. I would think if you're David Bascom, you're thinking about maybe giving Vanzella a little break here, right? Let him regroup at 8-1. You know, even sometimes just change keepers just to mix it up, you know?
I mean, I'm going to be crystal clear. William Vanzella has very little to do with this game being 8-1, right? I mean, he's not, you know, these saves, I mean, how many times does somebody come straight in on him unmarked? And so from that perspective, I'm not looking at this and saying it's William Vanzella's fault at all in any world. But do you try and switch things up a little bit, to your point?
There's Ferdinand in the corner. Bossy near side. Fakes the shot. Drives it. That's blocked. Dantas chips far side. And again, for me, if you're the Blast, you got to find some momentum somewhere.
Right.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too. 7:48 left in the third. Tropics lead it 8-1. Back with more third quarter action here on Twitch.
At MedStar Health, we're doing everything we can to prepare for what if. Like, what if you need care right now? We have the region's largest network of urgent care centers. Or what if you think you're out of options? Patients continue to turn to us after losing hope elsewhere. Or what if you can't get to care? Our mobile care units bring care to our communities. Because treating people means being prepared to treat them when what if happens. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
A1 Tropics here in the third. Get the latest news on the MASL, your favorite teams, by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter.
And a real interesting shot as we came back from break, Paul. Guy on the bench that was the most animated, the most, moving, elaborating the most, Adriano Dos Santos. He doesn't care what the score is. His heart and soul, he played all season, the injury, and he is not happy with the effort he's seeing right now from the Blast.
Good pass for Donatelli. Tony spins it. That's blocked. Tropics have all the answers here. Mello now. Thompson dumps it to the corner. Mello keeps it alive. Foul called on the blast. Free kick, Tropics. Silva just gives it away. Mello runs on. Mello, that shot is deflected off of Kyle Williams, so we'll get a corner for the Blast.
Mello just said that was a corner. He just went to the corner and he didn't wait for it to call. He was like, that's corner. He called it himself.
That's kind of been the story of this game, though, hasn't it? Vanzella gave the ball away earlier in the game, and that ended up in the back of his net. And there, Mello couldn't quite settle the ball down.
Yeah, Blast have not made the most of their opportunities, and I don't think Florida's missed very many of them. They have a lot of room for more Gonzalez.
He drives it. That was, I think, blocked and almost blocked into the goal. Hughes gets fouled. Free kick, Blast. You know, we didn't talk much about it. You mentioned it at the beginning of the game. But no Jamie Thomas today either. Wasn't in last night's game as well.
That's a huge injury for the Blast. You know, maybe not if you're just looking at the scoring sheet. You don't watch a lot of games and you're just looking at the stats. You know, you come in, you don't pay attention. You're like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. You watch every Blast game, you watch indoor soccer, you understand what the Blast are missing from a player like Jamie Thomas.
Silva down the boards.
And Jeremy Raley, too, for that matter, right?
Absolutely. Dantas kicks it back. Take nothing away, though, from the Tropics. They have played extremely well here tonight and have finished their chances and have really put the pedal to the metal starting early in that second quarter when it was 2-1. Here's another goal.
Is that 5?
Looks like it's 5 for Freitas. Found himself alone on the giveaway by Vanzella.
Well, Vanzella tries to send it deep off the boards. There was one Tropics player down low, and both defenders went to the low player. William tried that deep clearance, and man, Freitas, right place, right time, 5 times. Last time we saw somebody score 5 goals at CQ Arena. It wasn't wearing red.
It hasn't been in a while because Blast were averaging giving about 3 goals up a game over the last 8 or 9.
I'm trying to remember years we've seen 5 goals scored in Baltimore.
Silva clears. There's Max. Santana with a drive, that's blocked. Santana gets called for the foul.
It's been a couple minutes since Silva's had to make an actual save, isn't it? Nothing's even getting through to him right now with the way this Tropics defense is playing.
Vandergrift now. Carvalho. Battle on the far side, won by Shearer.
Tropics just winning free, open balls, loose balls.
3-on-2 now. Here's Donatelli, far side. Diesel back for Donatelli. That's blocked. Everything's blocked. Mike Jones that time for the Tropics. No shooting lanes at all for the Blast. Shot by Donatelli, saved by Silva. Jones clears.
Blast have Mello now playing up high. Again, just trying to make up for the loss of Lucas Roque in the rotations. We'll see more shift in, come off the bench, but Bascom trying to find anything he can to generate that spark.
Gonzalez on the boards to himself. Cleared. Vanzella makes that save on Diegas.
But again, another run straight at Vanzella.
Thompson foul. Shot by Ricardinho wide.
I'm going to say for the rest of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, any shot that goes to goal is not a bad shot.
Well,
right? Like, I mean, anything you take at this point that finds net is a good shot.
I mean, you got to find, like I said, I keep kind of harping on this, but you got to find some momentum.
Well, that's pretty broad, right? I would say maybe that 2018 season, 2019 season, they had a 10-1, something like that.
In favor of the Blast.
Yeah. Oh, they had the Blast one here big.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one that they had? I thought there was one maybe 7-1.
No, 7-6, 6-4, 7-6, and 7-6. Those are the 4 games.
Most recent, yeah.
2019, 2020. And then you go back, they didn't play. 2018, 2019, they didn't play here in Baltimore.
Okay.
And then you go back February 14th, 2018. That would have been the 2017, 2018 season. That was Blast.
There's a shot in the goal, Dantas.
Vinny with the turn and the score. That was an 8-7 win by the Blast, but not today. Florida in control. Dantas makes it double digits for the Tropics.
Much you can say there. I mean, just classic Vinny. As he goes, he gets the spin, gets in the middle. I mean, once he's in that position, if he turns.
Oh, it's a beautiful left-footed goal.
Just brought it right down to the chest. If he's facing, it's over. Now we can officially say we're on to the third game.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. I waited to jinx it. I was gonna say it earlier, but you know, remember I called the one game earlier in the season and said we're fine. Yeah.
One of the greatest comebacks
fight for that edge.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter action here at the CQ Arena. Blast trailing the Tropics 10-1. Florida's coming and steamrolled the Blast here in game 2. After the Blast won game 1, 4-3 last night in Florida. See what the Blast can do here in the fourth.
Major storyline in the league is the introduction of betting lines. On a great line for the casino tonight. Blast came in as a heavy favorite on the money line. They will not be covering that spread.
Still early, Andrew.
We still need a half to go over, too. Half a goal. So next goal pushes over.
Here's Gonzalez. Mello.
I think if Moy gets that ball there, I'd like to see him turn and take the shot, right? Like, I mean, if he gets that low post, which he hasn't, you know, basically all game, let's see that. Again, I'm of the mentality now, let him rip.
You know, I'm also thinking, like, do you go sixth attacker just to practice? You may be in that situation in game 3 if you need it, right?
Well, we talked about Vanzella stepping out. He stays in. So, you know, there's one thing I know about David Bascom, right? He believes in the system, and he's going to stick with the system. He's not a guy that rests guys. He's not a load management coach. If he was in the NBA, he's not a load management coach, right? So, you know, system, you know, the outcome's not what you want right now, but it was last night, right? So do you just shake this off, say we're going to stay in the system, we're going to try and make it work, and we know we got Lucas Roque coming back for that second game.
And then I'm also wondering, too, Roque will return for game 3. I mean, Jamie Thomas, who hasn't played the last 2 games, I'm not sure how
if he's got anything
serious
in the
he's
tank,
injured.
yeah, right.
Does he have enough to go 1 15-minute quarter?
That would be huge. That would be absolutely huge, because you talk about the legs for Florida, 2 games. You know, I mean, yes, they're winning this game 10-1, but that means nothing.
Right.
In the next 12 minutes, that means nothing.
That's the big thing mentally if you're the Blast. It's obviously 10-1, and it's been a frustrating 3 quarters, but the thing of it is that you look up at the scoreboard, it's 10-1, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It's still 1 game apiece. Right. No matter if you win 4-3 or you win 10-1, it all comes down to that 3rd game, and you have to really get yourself ready mentally to play that 15 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yes, that would be the only, and we haven't seen Maxey, you know, take the shift yet with that last roster spot. So, yeah, it would be nice to get some fresh legs, especially those fresh legs to come out. Jeremy Raley, we saw him give it a go last night and didn't finish the game. Can he come back and give minutes? Otherwise, the Blast really don't have anything else on the roster. You know, they have nobody else healthy that they could dress outside of goalkeepers. No, right on cue. There's Maxey. Steps on in for his first shift of the game. So
Shearer on the far side. So some young legs on the floor for the Blast.
I didn't know I had that power. Score a goal.
Shearer off the boards. That's kicked away. I'm not sure what's more impressive tonight. The 10-goal outburst offensively for Florida, or how well they played D.
Yeah. No, it's their defense, Paul. The goals are coming off transitions, and they're breakaways, right? I mean, they're not set pieces offensively for the most part. They're transitions and breakaways, and they're going right at Vanzella where he's got no chance. And that's the only way to beat Vanzella. You're not going to beat Vanzella in set pieces consistently. What they've done is they've created turnovers, they've blocked shots, and they've gone the other direction. So the defense not only has held the Blast only 1 goal, but the defense has created the scoring going the other direction.
There's a turnover. Quick end-to-end. Carvalho saved by Vanzella.
Again, what was it? Right? Turnover, pushing the other end, 3 passes, shot on goal.
Thompson, that goes wide.
Good shot. Do it again.
There it is, just 5. Just missed far post. Mello.
Shoot.
Thompson, Silva says no.
Love it.
Parries that over the glass. Mello shot blocked.
I think that was going to be a pass back to Nelson Santana, maybe. But Tropics all over the place.
Quick turn by Hughes. Ricardinho down the boards in front. That goes through. 2-on-1 now for Florida if they hurry. Good hustle by Diesel to get back. There it is, far post goal. Well, they do get the 2-on-1. It was delayed, but Olivero cashes in. It's 11-1 Tropics.
Transition, transition, transition. Once again, the Blast sustained offense, had a couple scoring opportunities on the other end. Ball comes back, bounces around, and this wasn't long possession. It was just a counterattack. Step back, pass across. Max trailing on the back end guy. He's got to be in front with his runner. And I mean, it's a clinic right now. Florida's doing exactly what they want to do, and the Blast have no answers for it. Another block. I'll tell you what, they got 9 blocks credited right now going into this 4th quarter. Whew, that feels low.
Ball in front, Schindler the redirect, that goes wide.
Like the pass from Donatelli.
Maxey now. Far side for Pereira. Santana on the floor. To the corner for Shearer. Steal, shot, save, Silva. Telly heads it forward. Maxey goes around the defender, and Vandegrift steps in. Vandegrift went down. He says he got tripped by Maxey. The blue card comes out. Let's take a look. We can take a look at a replay here.
Trying to look to see most goals the Blast have given up this year.
This would be it.
There you go. Looks like it.
Lost 8-7. Remember that overtime or that end of the regulation game against Utica.
8 goals there.
I mean, look, coming into the game, Vanzella had a 4.14 goals against, and Zierhofer had a 4.21 goals against.
I gave up 7 goals to Utica in a win. 6 to Florida.
And 8.
6 in a loss. Yeah, so 8 the most. And only 1.
A good play by Hughes. Josh steps on the ball, though.
Only 4 games this year did they give up more than 5 goals. Well, I guess if you're going to lose big, right?
2-1, 11-1 doesn't really matter.
I think 9 unanswered goals from Florida is pretty good. Yeah, 2-1 at the end of the first quarter, and then just a 9-0 run. So, to me, when we talk about momentum, we talk about all the things. A goal now, with the way this game is, it might help the Blast get off the schneid, feel it a little bit, that's fine. I think there's never, the most important goal of the entire Blast season, any game, anything, will be that first goal in the third game, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if Florida gets another one there, the Blast just,
I think
the crowd.
mentally you have to think of that, right?
Right. Like, you have to press for that first goal after what's going on here.
It's another goal.
Yeah.
It's a great finish. It's a great pass by Dantas. And it's a great finish by Diegas. And it's an even dozen for the Tropics. Time out of the floor. Tropics cash in on the power play. It's 12-1 Florida here in the fourth. You're watching MASL Soccer on Twitch.
Baltimore, the San Diego two-man deep. Pushes forward, Dos Santos forces it in. We're tied at 8.
It's a 10-goal run for the Tropics as they now lead at 12-1 over the Blast. It was 2-1 after one quarter of play. But the Tropics have been, I would say, dominant in these last three quarters. Wouldn't you?
I think that's a good word to use. Dominant. Yeah, absolutely.
Glasgow sixth attacker here. Well, that's what I was talking about. I mean,
shake it up.
Practice.
Huh?
You might need it in the 15-minute game.
Now, what'll be interesting to see is they come out. Do you keep Vanzella in? Once you put him down on the side, you just let him go, and then, bring Zierhofer in if you need to work in it. If they get possession.
I would just leave the sixth attacker out there. At this point, what's the difference?
Yeah.
12-1, 15-1, 12-4. What's the difference? Let's work on this.
Well, it's been interesting, too, because we're talking all about what Blast's reaction should be to, this score. We haven't seen any change at all from Florida, right? They're staying in their same offense. Hugo Silva staying in there. Regular players playing. We don't see Ruggles out on the field right now. But, he's been playing all his minutes.
All right, so Blast. Mello on at the sixth attacker. There's Ferdinand inside. Donatelli.
It's also really funny. We talked about this during a regular season game with the Heat where the Blast were kind of blowing them out. And
they just left a goalkeeper in, right?
Well, and we were talking about the Blast. Sometimes you go sixth attack to just keep possession in the blowout, right?
Right.
You're not even trying to score. You're just trying to end the game. How you do that? You get the sixth guy in, and then you just keep possession to hold it to stop them from scoring.
Gonzalez, that's blocked.
Nice play by Montelares. I mean, Silva, again, is not getting the ball.
Corner kick here for the Blast. Gonzalez into the net.
Montelares said, thank God I didn't have to block that one.
Mello stays on. 5:53 left.
So there you go. There's your answer. Benny's going to try and get one against his good friend.
And Dantas pressures Mello.
What world are we living in where Vinny Dantas is going to try and score a goal on Jonatas Mello? And it's not practice.
5:30 to play here in game 2.
Strange things.
It does appear we will be going to a game 3.
I think we can go ahead and schedule that. Stick around.
Mello comes off. They'll change 6th attackers. Thompson, drive. That's blocked. Vandergrift got a piece of that one. Ricardinho on as the 6th attacker now.
So we talk about a 3rd game, but you can stick around if you're watching us on Twitch. Don't go anywhere. There's a small break in between, and then we'll be right back with the 3rd mini game. So you don't have to switch streams. You don't have to go anywhere. Just stay on the channel.
Don't change that channel.
Same bad channel, same bad station. That was a cartoon reference.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Donatelli, little hesitation move. Maxi, drive, that's blocked. Oh, Dantas, had a chance, pulls it back. Ricardinho hustled back.
Wonder if he would have done that if it was not Ricardinho in there.
It is.
But if it was Mello. No, I'm saying if it was Mello, would he have gone for it?
3-on-2. Dantas can't get a foot, or he got a foot on it, but couldn't get much on it. Here comes the blast on the counter. Thompson goes around the defender, shoots, that's just wide. Gonzalez fights with a double team. Ball cleared out of the corner.
Blast have kept possession in the 6th attacker, but not many chances.
Now Vandergrift scores. Add Chad Vandergrift to the scoring column. 13-1 Tropics.
I mean, just, good pass and turn. It's 6th attacker goal. Just runs in. It was all done there, in the turn, and the assist was really the work there. Is Tequeros Diegas with a nice pass, but.
Here comes Mike Zierhofer now. Gets a big ovation as he comes into goal.
Wow.
Of course, remember the last time he was here, he recorded the shutout.
That's interesting.
Ferdinand pulls it back up top. And he puts it into the netting.
Not a bad shot. Kind of wish Lee was here to argue that, because I'm sure he'd be saying, no, I don't take that, but.
It's 13-1.
Yeah, let him rip. It's fine when it was 7-1. Now the name of the game is don't pick up a penalty and don't get hurt, right? Nothing matters in this other than those two things.
Keep your legs loose. Maybe get everybody a little bit of a run just to stay fresh.
Now we'll have a small break in between. Last time we did this, both teams didn't even make it to the locker room. They just stayed on the field and stretched out. So I would imagine we'll keep that same.
Yeah, let's go over this. Let's go over this again, because this is a 15-minute mini game. It's an entirely new game, which means there'll be different lineups. You can change your lineup. I shouldn't say there will be different lineups. You can change your lineup. If I was Florida, I don't know why I would, right? I mean, geez.
Unless they got another Freitas sitting on the bench that hasn't scored, another guy can come in and score 5 goals. Obviously, you'll see the Blast bring on
at least Roque.
Yeah.
And then it's not sudden death. It's 15 minutes. Whoever is leading after that 15-minute period wins the game. If it's tied, there's a punch out by Silva as Gonzalez was looking for his 2nd goal of the game.
What a save. That was the save of the game from Silva, who hasn't been tested much, but that ball had all kinds of English on it.
Gonzalez again. Really has no room to shoot. Now sneaks it through, and Silva gobbles that one up. 2:15 left. Now, if we do get through the 15 minutes tied, then it goes to sudden death. First team to score would win.
Win the series, a walk-off goal.
last year with some pressure.
Now Florida goes to 5 wins in a row at CQ. Have to be the all-time winningest road team at CQ. Nobody else won with any regularity here.
And Blast coming in tonight this season, we're 10-2 at home. And those 2 losses were by a goal to Florida and by 2 goals to Utica. And that whole scenario blown up here tonight by the Tropics.
Yeah, look, you can't say enough about what Florida did coming in here.
There's a goal. Tropics are just pouring it on the Blast right now. That's Diegas again. He's got 2 fourth-quarter goals. It's 14-1 Tropics. Time of that goal, 13:38.
So right now, Josh Hughes, Maxey, Schindler, and Ricardinho. And the Blaster putting the guys out there that they want to get some minutes and trying to get through this last minute 15 without a penalty. Florida, on the other hand, has Ruggles, Vandergrift, Pereiras, Tavernisi. I mean, they have a starting lineup out there.
Well, they're hot. You don't want to cool those guys down.
Yeah, it's, you know, look. Coach Clay's got something working right now. And 5 in a row at CQ. Blast will just be content with passing around here. You might see a 1 shot at the end. Juan Pereira's on, but looks like he's just going to play behind.
Blast will kick it out here. 25 seconds left.
Well, you got to be professional. You got to wash it. You got to flush it. You got to get it out of your system. So the Blast do that with that loss against Utica at home. Kind of that ugly loss at home, and flush that out with the series against Mesquite. Can they do the same thing here at home and advance, or can Florida make it 2 years in a row advancing in the playoffs?
That'll do it. Tropics win big, 14-1 over the Blast. Tropics had a 2-1 first quarter lead, then they went 4, 4, and 4. 4 goals in the second quarter, 4 goals in the third quarter, 4 goals in the fourth quarter. It all adds up to a 14-1 win. Moises Gonzalez, the lone goal for the Blast.
So they put 15 minutes on the clock. We're looking at a 8:20 kickoff for our third game. 8:20 will be our third game kickoff. And we'll take a look at this game. There's really not much more we can say about that other than what we have. We'll look at the stats and review, but I mean, it was basically a first quarter that was a close game, and then from there, all Tropics.
Well, Freitas had the second quarter hat trick, along with another goal by Pereiras, and then Freitas again, 2 more in the third. So, you know, didn't play last night in Florida, but Diego Freitas with fresh legs scored 5 for Florida here in game number 2.
You see the cheers now as Lucas Roque steps onto the field. He's going to warm up, trying to get his running and conditioning in. It looks like both teams have actually headed to the bench, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of impact Lucas Roque has.
I will step out. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back shortly with game number 3. Winner advances to the second round of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. You're watching MASL Soccer on Twitch.
I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames, it's glorious. Even when the darkness calls, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious. Us,
shoots! He scores! Goal!
MASL at the half, coming right at ya. What's going on, everybody? I'm Alex Bashevansky. Welcome into our MASL studio. Hope you're loving the game so far. Tons of stuff to cover on the show today. The stakes could not have been higher last week as regular season play wrapped up and several teams were fighting for their playoff lives.
To Pereira, who settles with his back to goal. Big Mo applying some deep pressure there. Oh, and it's Corey Keats who settles the wall, a score, a one-touch into the back of the net, and just like that, the Tacoma Stars have jumped out to a 1-0 lead.
It was a painful week for the Empire Strikers. They needed to pick up just a single point over their last two games of the regular season. It didn't happen in game one against the Tacoma Stars, a team that needed a win in this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. Mission accomplished. They left Empire dejected as the Stars eked out a 4-3 win in regulation time over the boys in purple. Empire had another chance to pick up that 1 point in Mesquite on Saturday. They were facing an Outlaws squad that was reeling, having lost 5 straight, 8 of its last 10. But the Texans were also fighting for their playoff lives. They needed a win to clinch a berth. That is exactly what they got. Their big stars stepped up. Luis Morales had a hat trick. Sebastian Mendez hit the back of the net as well. Empire just could not get it together, and that led to a big celebration in Mesquite at the final buzzer.
Mesquite with a 7-2 win, and the Mesquite Outlaws qualify for the postseason.
What a great effort by the Outlaws tonight. From the very start of the match to the very end, played with discipline on both ends.
The Outlaws make it happen when the chips are down. That meant that Empire needed Dallas to stop Monterey from winning on Sunday. The Sidekicks had put up a fight 2 nights before at home, losing 5-3, but they were in Monterey for this one, and the end result was never in doubt. The Flash taking no chances. They put on an offensive clinic, taking apart the Sidekicks. Gorgeous strike right there by Luis Mendoza. Empire could only watch from a distance as what seemed like a sure playoff spot just 2 weeks ago went up in a puff of smoke. The celebration was on in Monterey as the Flash jump from 6th place in the West to 3rd on the final weekend to qualify for the postseason. 10-2 the final score in this one. Goodbye, Strikers. Hello, Flash. One more game to show you. Number 1 in the East, Milwaukee, taking on number 1 in the West, San Diego. A possible Ron Newman Cup preview. Both squads played most of their big guns, although the Sockers did rest star keeper Boris Pardo. Milwaukee hung in for a while. Tony Walls with the opener there on a lovely little back heel shot for the Wave. Despite being down 2-0, the Sockers took control from that point on. Devoy Morgan picking up yet another hat trick for the defending champs. And captain by captain, Craig Childs, whose mustache is looking more voluminous with each passing day, had 3 points as well as the blue and gold pull away in the end. They take this battle of number 1s 11-5. Other game scores to tell you about. Chihuahua edged Mesquite 10-9 in a thrilling encounter on the 30th. Florida held off a game St. Louis ambush squad 6-5 in Lakeland. Utica enters the postseason on a high, taking down Baltimore 4-3. Tacoma gave San Diego everything they could handle before losing 5-4 on the first. And Harrisburg goes down swinging in its final game of the season, falling to Milwaukee 6-5. Let's take a look at how the scoring race ended up. Nick Pereira, your points champion, was 70, followed by Frank Taillou, 16 behind. Lucas Roque with 47 points. Ian Bennett, your reigning MVP, 45 points. And Hugo Puentes with 43. Speaking of Mr. Pereira, the awards were coming in for the Tacoma legend, as yes, he is your scoring champion with 70 points. He also takes home the MASL Pass Master Award, 37 assists for Nick, who was just everywhere for the Stars this season. No question, Tacoma would not have made the playoffs without Mr. Pereira. And Frank Taillou, it was a disappointing end to his season as the Strikers, of course, did miss the playoffs, but Frank was absolutely incredible all season long. He is your MASL Golden Boot winner, 38 goals this year, many of them of the highlight variety for the man they call the King. And your play of the week. We're going back to Empire for the Tacoma goal here. Michael Ramos on his bicycle off the beautiful pass by Nick Pereira off the boards. In it goes, the acrobatics. That is your play of the week. And that's all the time we've got for today. But just remember that all throughout the playoffs, to stay up to date on everything that's going on, be sure to check out the league's social media. And of course, you can watch every single MASL game live on Twitch. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Jack's playing baseball now, and Sam inherited her dad's love of chemistry and his teeth. And I'm learning that having a family is expensive.
Well, at Wise, you can find plenty of ways to save on things your family loves. And less money on groceries means more money for everything else.
That's awesome.
That's Wise.
Eat better, spend less. That's Wise.
At MedStar Health, we're doing everything we can to prepare for what if. Like, what if you need care right now? We have the region's largest network of urgent care centers. Or what if you think you're out of options? Patients continue to turn to us after losing hope elsewhere. Or what if you can't get to care? Our mobile care units bring care to our communities. Because treating people means being prepared to treat them when what if happens. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. We help protect Maryland workers because
End of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
connect with your local agent or visit us online.
GoosedUpCoffee.com. It's just good coffee.
Antwerpen Automotive is your #1 hometown dealer. Antwerpen makes finding your next vehicle easy. With over 2,000 new and pre-owned vehicles, Antwerpen has the right selection for you. Plus, only Antwerpen offers the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. They save you time and money. Visit any of Antwerpen's 12 area locations or visit them online at jacksays.yes.com.
And remember, when I say yes, you pay less.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity. And what we're building is more than buildings, it's pride. College is capable of being more. And every day, we're proving it.
Brought in by Leo. Off the wall, looking for Tavoy. Brought it back to Serna. Ray makes the save. Tavoy, header, save!
And this is Oscar Romero wide right. Isai with the counter, and Dave Reynoso is there. Reynoso again. Back-to-back nice saves.
Then he has been as a target forward, playing defense, assisting, and a tremendous
what a
save
by Toth. Back-to-back amazing saves by Toth.
Now around to Roquet. Roquet entered in. Coughlin with a huge stretch on Cabrera. They don't call him Mr. Stretch for nothing.
Pereira's waiting on the wing, and he will shoot. And Cardenas almost deflected it in, and then Crespo got the shot away. And Pardo.
On Utica's first goal of the game, Mijatovic may be looking for another one here. Woods nutmegs his man. He shoots. Searhofer dives out, makes an outstanding stop.
And a slide there by Pichardo. Look out. This is Tovar. Tovar.
Another save.
With a beautiful save. What a save by Juan Gamboa.
Juan Gamboa was a part to watch today, and he has answered that call.
Welcome back to CQ Arena. It's just about ready to get things started here. Game number 3. Blast tried to erase the memory of a 14-1 loss to the Tropics in game 2. Both teams on the floor, warming up for game number 3. It's a 15 minutes mini game. And the winner at the conclusion of that 15 minutes moves on to the second round of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs.
Big story right now for the Blast is who's on the field warming up, and that's Jamie Thomas, Jeremy Raley, and Lucas Roque. So 2 injured players and a suspended player that did not play for the Blast in that second game. Both came out to loud cheers from Blast fans, and also saw Blast goaltender Mike Zierhofer come out and warm up as well. So be interesting to see the lineups. We haven't gotten the official rosters for this third mini game, but it looks like Raley, Roque, and Thomas are going to go for the Blast, and that'll be huge, especially Thomas and Roque with those fresh legs up front for the Blast. And of course, Jeremy Raley helps shoring up that defense. It does look like Van Zella has the gloves on, so I guess he'll get the start and goal. Don't see any different.
There we go. We did see, Mike Zierhofer warmed up, but it looks like it's going to be Van Zella that goes into the goal for the Blast.
Well, we'll see. Won't see any other major changes in store for Florida. Doesn't look like they dressed anybody. Did not come with them.
I mean, if you would have changed that roster, you're crazy. Just put 14 up on the board. No changes. I tell you what, everybody has their opinions on formats and things like that. The one thing I love about the third game mini game is that it's really a situation where every time you step on the floor matters. Every single, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
it's like, when you play a 60-minute game, maybe that one shift where, you maybe waited too long and didn't change or whatever doesn't factor into 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But every single time you step on the floor matters in this 15 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talk all the time about next goal is important, next goal is important. This first goal is crucial, and it's going to be magnified every set, every possession, every call. The challenge flags. When do you throw the challenge flags? Both teams now have challenge flags again. When do you throw these? And I tell you what, for a smaller crowd in CQ,
loud.
This is a loud crowd.
Last send out Mello, Roque, Donatelli, Thompson, and Diesel.
Looks like the Blast won the toss, so they'll get the ball to start here.
Ruggles, Carvalho, Vandegrift, Dantas.
So another version on that back line is now we'll see Thompson and Diesel paired together on that end line. We saw all kinds of rotations through variations with that. We'll see where Jeremy Raley fits in.
Here we go, 15 minutes to a winner and a team that advances to the second round. Quick shot by Donatelli. Blast get first opportunity, and Silva right there to make the save.
Tony didn't get much on it, but it's good to see that the Blast are getting it down there. So we'll see Diesel and Dantas line up on the other end.
Dantas quick turn, that heads into the corner. We'll get a free kick here for the Blast. That was outside of the red flag. Blast will make some changes. Schindler on. Zella clears. Blast right back on it. There's Hughes on the near side. Far side, that's headed away. Ball comes free and cleared. William picks it up. Quick distribution for Schindler, far side. Down the boards, there's Roque's first touch. Lucas in the corner. He's got to be amped up. Pereira's drive. It's a goal! From downtown! Pereira makes it 1-0.
Wow. Juan Pereira with the drive from the yellow line. The defense folded down on Roque. Pereira came back across, and a rocket that was deflected into the back of the net. There we'll see the replay. Roque folds down. You see the guys behind, and Juan Pereira, one touch. I think that was Mike Jones that gets the leg up.
I mean, so many times in that second game, so many blocks by Florida, but there was no answer. As a great feed by Roque. He gets the assist, and the Blast get that big first goal. Good header by Ruggles, back for Silva.
Trust your goalkeeper there as Max got to turn around here. Let's see, and we do see Jeremy Raley, and then
foul called on Santana. Pushing foul. Diegas went down. Free kick here for a really good restart. Real good restart opportunity here for Florida.
Pretty far off from the boards from where the foul was.
Two-man wall for the Blast. Pereiras and Monteleras for the Tropics. Drive off the boards, comes out. Top of the box. Tropics with possession now. Okay, pressures near Steele. Ball to the corner. Santana gets pushed from behind. Here's around. Here's Mello. Off the boards, quick turn. Ball flicks forward, and Manzella pounces on that one.
It's 14-1, right? You said it was the same as 2-1. This crowd is no different than it would have been if it was 2-1, right?
This ball stays in and over the glass. This is going to be, should be
top of the arc.
Should be top of the arc. No, we're gonna get a corner, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
It went out in between
on the side. Yeah, absolutely. Boy, Gonzalez again with a lot of space in that far slide. The Blast have tried the chip before.
There it is. Drive, save, Silva. Ball loose. Looked like there might have been a handball. Blast, they said play on. Taiwanese clears. Ball pinballs around. Donatelli with the tackle. Thomas now. His first time on the field.
Thomas, Raley, and Roque already having an impact coming back in. Those fresh legs from
no question.
Jamie are going to be huge. Especially if the Blast have a lead here to hold.
Gonzalez steps up. Donatelli makes a run. Shot. Save. Silva. That ball was well meant. Blast have come out firing. Thompson gets taken down. No call. Steal by Mello. Mello with a step. Mello shoots. Oh, it's over the glass. Over up into the netting.
What a run by Mello. The Blast are feeling it right now. Florida's going to try and catch him on a change here, but the momentum has swung. Florida has to survive this flurry without giving up another goal. Crowd is into it. The Blast are feeling it.
Diesel clears. There's a shot that goes wide. Diesel on top of it. Ricardinho heads it away. Roque clears. Ricardinho keeps it alive. Here's Pereira. Touch for Roque. Here's Ricardinho down the wing. Shoots, saves Silva. He has been a busy man here in the first 3 minutes.
Blast might have had more shots in this first 3 minutes than they had in the last 3 quarters.
Schindler heads it away, but this is going to be a top-of-the-arc restart for the Tropics.
He was late getting over there to Vinny, and he couldn't let Vinny get that ball to settle. So, while it's a dangerous opportunity, it was one that was created by him being late to get out to Vinny. You'd like to see Nelson get a little wider there on that wall.
Touch shot, save, Manzella. Ball pinballs around. Donatelli steals and clears. Mello pressures. Santana and Dantas go at it. Ruggles heads it away. The ball for Roque. He goes to the corner with it. This one cleared. Good chance here, possible 2-on-1. Here's Ruggles open, 1-on-1, steps through, shoots, and scores! Ruggles puts it home, and we're tied at 1.
Oh, what a fantastic individual effort from Drew Ruggles. As he stepped over, Tony Donatelli gambled to try and go in front in midfield, and then he chased it down, did the rest. The patience after getting Vanzella to go low, and Florida does exactly. You can already see him on the run, and you see the patience move, wait for the defenders, and Vanzella can't get back. That's a beautiful individual effort by Drew Ruggles.
It's just a great play there.
Yep. Well, Florida needed to stem that, right? They needed to survive that without giving up another one to chase, and they do. And it was a great individual effort by Drew Ruggles. The Blast have to keep it.
Oh, save Silva. I was getting ready to call the goal for Ferdinand, but Silva got a hand on that.
How did he get a hand on that? As he should have been diving the other direction.
Well, Ricardinho tries to thread the needle, but that's blocked away. Nice job. Florida's really settled down defensively, and now foul called on Ricardinho. I was getting ready to call goal because we had the best advantage.
Yeah.
And there was just no way, and all of a sudden Silva came out of nowhere with the hand and made the save.
He should have gone the other direction. He should have laid out, and then it went back 5-hole in front. He was screened off, and somehow he dove back, changed his momentum, and went the other way to save it. That's an amazing save.
Freitas now, 5 goals in game 2. Other side. Good play by Thompson to kick it away. Here's the challenge. So, as we talked about, I don't think I've ever seen intensity go from one level to that. The way it was the lowest it was in that second game at the end. Oh, just wide by Dantas to what we saw in the first 5 minutes here. But then the real challenge becomes, after you burn that adrenaline over those first few minutes, what do you have left? Right. And that's the question.
Well, that's where you'd like to see Jamie Thomas, Rayleigh, Lucas Roque, right? Guys with the fresh legs, can they have that carryover, right, to be that spark?
There's Thomas now on the field. He flicks it forward. Jones runs him down, and Jones goes down on the boards, gets called, and Thomas gets called for the foul. Thomas pressures Silva.
So like right there, right? Jamie Thomas with the energy to create that turnover, right? He forces Silva to make the play.
I'm going to say off of the, I don't know what the call is going to be here. I'm going to say off the blast. Six minutes in. Silva's drive, that's gobbled up by Vanzella. Then he was pushed. I believe they called the foul here on the Tropics.
He had a hand on top of the ball and was kicked out from underneath his hand. Usually they're going to do everything they can when the goalkeeper's down there to protect him.
Okay, in the corner. Sweeps it up top for Hughes. Mello now. Okay, turns off the boards in front. Mello, but Silva again right there. A nice play by Rayleigh defensively. Ruggles kicks that off the boards. Zealous distribution stolen away. Dantas loses it. Ball took a hop, spun out of play, so it'll be a free kick for the Blast. Vanzella gets some pressure. Ferdinand can't win the ball. It's a turnover. Max steps in on Dantas. Then he'll get off and Diego's on for Florida. He goes towards the box. Melo heads that out. A free kick for the Tropics. Loose in the box, all wide open, back heel, that's a save. Freitas was lurking there. Diesel now for Ferdinand, he's held. And a foul called on Florida, the holding foul. Blast wanted 2 minutes, he was well ahead of the defense.
Running straight towards goal with the ball there.
Take a look, he beats the defender here. He's on goal, gets held up. It's close.
You don't have a fourth quarter to wait to. And it's what's your role to Bascom here?
I can't.
There it is.
It's challenging.
So let's see the replay one more time. I mean, looked pretty clear to me. He grabs all hand and pulls him straight back as he comes across.
I just don't see him overturning this.
Well, it's certainly a.
But I'm.
Yeah, we thought the handball earlier, right?
I'm all out on challenge. When to throw the challenge flag at this point? I have no idea.
So I mean, we see Max go, right?
I mean, it's clear he's clearly ahead of the defender. He clearly gets held as he has the ball towards goal. I mean, that's
straight to goal.
That's supposed to be 2 minutes, but like I said, I don't think you're going to overturn this.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not a blatant grab. He like knocks him off.
You don't think he grabs his arm here?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Polly, buddy, I love you, but I don't know much more he can grab. I don't know how. I'll have to look up the word blatant. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else we can see or watch. We'll see on this slow motion. I mean, he pulls him straight back as he's going right to goal.
I mean, he's by the defense.
Right.
No question.
He's pulled back, so I don't.
I told you. I mean, there's just no way you're going to reverse that.
So why not do that every time? Every time you get beat, just pull the guy from behind, right?
Because
it's not a penalty.
They're going to call it a blue card randomly. That's what I'm telling you.
I cannot understand.
So Blast out of challenges. Gonzalez has his shot blocked. He blocks. Ruggles is clear. Pereira back for Roque. Lucas with a little hesitation move. Shot just wide. Lucas just missed the far post. Blast that close to being ahead. Ruggles far side. Just lets it play to the corner. Blast clear. Pereira for Thompson now. Swings it far side. Ricardinho. Roque, the back heel, that's blocked.
Great thought.
Good defense there by the Tropics. Carvalho. Pereira lets it go through. Talked about, remember last game the Blast won here in Baltimore. Pereira had the game tying goal in the fourth, the game winning goal in overtime. This is the mini game, 15 minutes, 6 minutes left. Melo, room, Melo shoots, save, Silva. Quick little toe poke there from Melo.
I like the thought.
The header by Santana. Ricardinho. Handball. On Olivero.
Bronx cheer from the Blast fans on the whistle. Tavernese 2 feet away. There we go.
Smart play by Donatelli. He let his players get set. But again, you need to walk the wall off, right? Foul on Ferdinand. Kyle Williams fell down. Good play by Vinny. Ball loose, batted away, and Vanzella gets on it. Oh, good distribution for Mello. Mello up ahead. Goes around Williams. Gets around 2 defenders at the turn. Goes down. That's a foul. You gotta be kidding me. Nelson Santana far side. Max. Ferdinand shoots. Oh, Donatelli got in there with the screen. Silva somehow made that save again. Donatelli settles. Plays it back. Here's Rayleigh. Roque. Oh, good step in by Ruggles. We got that steal. Roque kicks it away. Diesel heads it back for Vanzella, but it goes wide. William clears. Donatelli heads it forward, out of danger. Smart play there by the veteran for the Blast. He'll come off. Blast will get fresh legs on. 4:35 left in the minigame. Tied at 1. Ruggles to the corner. And ball up into the upper deck.
Montelaris, to get it.
Montelaris may have mishit that a little bit.
Would be good from 40 though. Maybe 45.
Vanzella distributes to Roque. Lucas. Thomas. Oh! Mello was open. He couldn't get it to him. Now he does. Shot, save, rebound, score! Lucas Roque puts the rebound home. And it's 2-1 Blast with 4:13 left.
Mello, Roque, Jamie Thomas.
Time to go 10:47. Roque with an assist and a goal in the minigame.
Thomas forces the turnover, gets the ball to Mello. Mello off the boards to Roque.
Yeah, Jamie gets the hockey assist.
Yeah, right? Blast just have to play within themselves, right? No dumb fouls, no turnovers. Don't worry about the steals, just worry about possession. Smart plays.
Santana, nice move. Good feed, Gonzalez, Moy. Deflected and off the boards in play. Thomas steps in, here's Jamie. Good save by Hughes to keep it from the keeper. Hughes goes down, he's hurt. Blaster out of challenges. Not sure what happened to Josh Hughes.
Judging by where he's holding. See if Heather Colbus is called out as he's writhing in pain. He's going to roll Florida ball.
Yeah, they're trying to come off. Should be a drop ball.
Right, yeah. Now he's not going to take it, huh? It's too far down the zone.
Oh, you're talking about Nelson, yeah. Blast win it. Gonzalez along the boards. Quick turn, gets some room, shoots.
Oh.
And he just hit it up over the bar and wide.
Oh, he had the turn, he had the space. It was the right place. He gets that 2 feet down and to the right and to the left. It's a 2-goal lead for the Blast.
Pereira gets taken down. That's a foul. No goal. Oliveira does that, won't count. Just not allowed to tackle guys in the box.
Well, depends on what game it is here.
And you see, that's a situation there where do you hold on to that challenge for him? I don't know. I just don't know. You know, especially when you can get a power play in a mini game. You know what I'm saying? Donatelli.
I look forward to you and David discussing that.
I mean, hey, I don't know what kind of answer.
Oh, absolutely no contact there whatsoever. No contact.
Foul called on the Blast. been interesting, the mix of physicality and then just falling down by the Tropics. Drive, that goes wide. 3 minutes left. Blast hold a 1-goal lead. Barreras near side. Good ball. Chance shot, that's blocked. Good recovery by the Blast. That stays in play. Ball comes back out.
What point do you look sixth attacker with possession?
Steal. Okay. Touches forward for Diesel. Donatelli's open far side. Oh, it's loose. Donatelli goes down. I think they're going to call a foul on Tony.
Yeah.
Contact with Silva.
And Tony wasn't trying to make a play once he caught it. It was just he was on the air already.
It was a great idea on the ball off the boards. They just couldn't quite complete it. Ricardinho. 2:15 left. Oh, Max turn, shoots and scores! Ferdinand puts the Blast up by 2! Oh my! CQ Arena is rocking as the Blast have a 2-goal lead.
Well, we saw last night, no 2-goal lead is safe, but we'll see here on this replay as Max Ferdinand gets position on Chad Vandergriff. Fights, turns, and the spin goes near side on Hugo Silva. We'll see sixth attacker right here, right now from Florida Tropics.
Time to go 12:52. Ruggles puts on the sixth attacker jersey. We're a long way from over here.
Yeah, we saw it last night. That's where I started to go with that. And the Blast had a 2-goal lead, and Florida had plenty of chances as they closed it to 1 and almost picked up the equalizer.
Diesel clears the line. Ruggles forced back. Mello with the pressure. Ruggles trips it to the corner. Nelson, good job there. Oh, Vanzella's got a chance, but he overcompensated. Last time he threw it too far and it spun right. That time
he tried to get the turn on it.
Too far left.
Two
touches. Two touches, so top of the arc restart here for the Blast.
Why are they not putting the ball down? Put the ball down.
1:29 left in game 3. I talked about the Tropics falling down, right? On that play, Vandergriff just let him push him, and they didn't call it that time. Drive by Gonzalez, that's kicked away.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly wasn't forced by Max. It was just an angle to turn. But
sixth attacker back on, that's blocked. Ball's loose and score! Kyle Williams puts it home with 1:15 left.
Well, it
like
wasn't
I said,
a sixth attacker goal, but yeah, it was.
I think it was because he was back on. He had come on.
Silva did come. Okay.
No, yeah, Ruggles came back on as the goal was being scored, and then he ran Silva back out.
He hadn't gotten in the play yet.
And now Silva will come back on for the kick. Here's the replay.
And you can see he wasn't in the flow of play yet. Just an individual effort. The Blast have 1:15 to hold on.
Time to go 13:45.
A mirror image of last night's game, right?
Yep.
Every second matters in this corner for Josh Hughes.
Diesel keeps it alive. It's still loose. Roque runs it off. Roque gets taken down. Under a minute to play in the minigame. Silva stays on for now. Thompson.
Dangerous pass.
Diesel goes to the corner. Silva clears. Diegas. Santana heads that away. Good volley here. Ball goes to the corner with 40 left. Outside of the box. Diesel heads it forward. Roque steps through. He's got it. Roque, can he get there? Plays to the corner. Thompson runs it down there, rags some time. Thompson rags some more time. Patrick Thompson going to work. 19.4 drop ball.
Great individual effort by Patrick Thompson there. And if the Blast can hold this down, it's about over. Oh, no. All right, there we go. All right. That might have killed Paul Mittermeier.
You realize Gary St. Hours was dyslexic.
There you go.
All right, so 3.6 instead of 6.3. Here we go. Here's Ruggles. Plays the far side. Shot blocked. Cleared. Ball game. Blast win the mini game. Wait, there's a challenge flag on the field. Blasters celebrating. But I don't think yet, not yet.
A challenge a handball?
Yes. I don't blame him. I mean,
yeah, what do you got to lose?
What do you got to lose? Let's take a look. Last night, the Tropics benefited from a handball late. This is all just going to be a matter of where the ball hit.
Can you challenge after the game's over?
No, he threw the flag.
Before the game
ended?
ended?
He threw the flag as soon as it happened. I saw the flag on the field.
I mean, was that inside of the 3 seconds? He saw it happen. There's 3 seconds between the ball starting, him throwing the flag, and the game ending. All right, we'll see. Oh, Adriano and Neto.
What are we doing? Are they going to challenge this or not? Are they going to look at the video or not? And Chad, can we look at the video?
You say no challenge and say it's over.
They're going to look at it.
It looks like they are going to video replay.
Let's take a look. Well, you'll see it from this angle.
I mean, it's the chest, right?
It's
I mean,
the
arms
chest.
there.
That's
Bounces
hard.
into the chest.
I mean, can you overturn this? That's the question. Is there an angle where you can overturn this? Because it hits Santana and ricochets, and does it really touch his arm? You can't really see.
And then how much time is left?
And then how much time is left, right? How much time do you put back on the clock here? There it is, ball game. Can we have a little bit of everything next time, huh?
Wow.
Blast advance to round number 2.
Wow.
I can't describe to you another time where I have
14 to 1.
Where I have seen intensity go from one level to that level that we just witnessed for 15 minutes.
That was bizarre. That was wild. I mean, that's the beauty of the sport. We saw the great things, in action. And, I mean, Florida, that's as close as you can play a series. The Blast live to play another day, so they'll wait. The winner of the Utica, Kansas City / Milwaukee Wave series, and we'll have another home game, Paul.
Well, Florida just outscored the Blast 20-8 in the series.
Lost.
Why do we watch sports?
Well, thank God there's no aggregate, huh?
So Max Ferdinand ends up getting the game-winning goal. He made it 3-1 at 12:52. Kyle Williams narrowed the gap to 3-2 at the 13:45 mark, but the Blast would hold on over the last 1:15 and move on. And they'll wait the winner of the Milwaukee versus Utica or Kansas City winner. Tune in for that game tomorrow night, Utica and Kansas City. Monday night. Is this Sunday? What day is it? Saturday. Okay, so Monday night. Losing track of my days.
It's not that late yet.
All right,
let's take a look here at the 3 goals as we celebrate here on Saturday night, Paul.
Hey, how about
so the
this?
Blast with the first goal, right?
Roque.
Talked about how important that was. Roque with the feed. Juan Pereira, what a bullet that was. Mike Jones had no chance there. I think that might even have gone in if Jones hadn't deflected it.
And Roque said, my turn.
Jamie Thomas with a steal. Mello with a pass. It was just an absolutely class finish there from Lucas Roque. So 1 goal and 1 assist from the Blast star forward that was suspended. And here's the series winner for the Blast, Max Ferdinand.
Max puts it home. Max missed the first couple games this year coming back from the Achilles injury, but he is back now, and he gets the game winner here in the mini game for the Blast.
There it is. Whew. And I think player of the game is pretty obvious there for the 3rd mini game. We'll go with Lucas Roque for that. And that's pretty easy.
What a 24-hour period, huh? Blast started with the win last night in Florida. They come home, find out that Lucas Roque was suspended. Give up 14 goals in the second game, and then somehow rebound, refocus, put 3 home in the mini game, and hold on for the 3-2 win. So
somehow.
Stay tuned. We'll be back probably in a couple of weeks. We'll find out the dates of the second round matchup with the second round opponent in the next few days. Probably after that Utica Kansas City matchup. Or we got to really find out availability. Find out after next weekend.
That's always the challenge for teams in this league, and they do the best with it they can. So hopefully we'll get that as soon as possible and be able to get that scheduled. But man, what a crowd for, look, it's the day before Easter for, some people, and, not 5 days notice for the scheduling. This crowd was into it for the 3rd mini game. As quiet as they were the last 3 quarters of the second game, man, were they jacked up for that mini game.
Good stuff here tonight. An entertaining night of soccer at the end. An impressive performance by, give the Tropics credit, for losing game one, flying in here and dominating that second match as they took down the Blast in convincing fashion, 14-1 in game two. And then the Blast come back and rebound, find a way to move on. 3-2 is the final over the Tropics in the 15-minute mini game. Blast move on to round two. Congratulations to the Tropics on the 2022-23 season. We'll see you next time here when the Blast hosts their game in the second round of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs here in the MASL. For Andrew Primrose, I'm Paul Mittermeier saying so long. You've been watching MASL Soccer on Twitch.